Have you ever had one of those weeks where life just laughs at your plans? You light your candle, you got your playlist going, you are feeling so organized, and life goes, oh, that's cute. That has been me lately, and you guys have had a front row seat to at least a couple of those instances. Things have just not been going according to plan, and I have to remind myself that sometimes when things fall apart, they're actually really falling into place. Because the plan might have changed, but I didn't, and that is what we're talking about today. Hey friends, and welcome to A Life with Toya. If it's your first time here, I'm Toya, and around here we talk about self-care, solo dates, and what it really looks like to show up for yourself in real life, in real time, not just when everything is perfect. If you're already a part of the family, welcome back. And if not, welcome. So go grab you something to sip on. I am currently sipping on good old H2O in a wine glass because why not? Your girl needs to get a little bit more hydrated. But before we dive in, let me tell you all about Love Notes from Toya. This is my free weekly newsletter, my gift to my community. You can say it's a little pocket of peace that comes at you once a week. That is so cute. Each love note comes with 3 things. It's a gentle reminder, which is something to ground you, such as an affirmation. And if you are a OG, you know that I am a affirmation girly through and through. And so I'm going to pass some on to you. Girl, what is up with these bars today? They come in off the dome. Also, they come with something to sit on. You can view this as your weekly journal prompt from me to you. And it comes with a soft invitation. This is a little challenge for you to show up for yourself every week. So if this is something that you are interested in, be sure to click that link in the description box below for my free Substack newsletter, and you can get it to come to your email personally once a week, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Not only is this 100% free, but when you subscribe to have them delivered personally to your email, you also get a free gift from yours truly, which is my solo date jar ideas. You get 30 ideas that I have curated just for you, plus space to create 20 more of your own ideas. So you can create your own solo date jar. And if you haven't done that yet, friend, take a look in the description box below and watch that video. Of course, after you watch this one first, watch this one all the way through to the end. And then go back and watch that, and you can see how I created my own. All of that information will be available to you down in my description box below. Now, let's get into why you are really here, friend. I used to think that growth was checking all of the boxes and sticking to the plan no matter what, right? But now I realize that growth looks more like grace in the pivots, like when you have to turn and do something else versus what you really wanted to do. You have to have grace and calm in that moment. That is what growth really looks like. The real flex is not control, it's calm. And I know I've said this on this channel in one of my prior videos before. It's all starting to come full circle because this is what growth looks like. So another thing that I learned is that peace isn't just something that comes when everything is done right or when everything goes right, right? It's something that you practice when things don't go right. Have you ever thought of that? Has it ever crossed your mind? And sometimes what feels like a setback is just redirection to something better for you. And once you take on that perspective, it allows you to settle in peace during the storm a little bit better. And before I forget, if you are enjoying this conversation so far, be sure to hit that like button so the algorithm knows that this is good content. Comment down below so that I know that you're feeling this. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Almost 50% of you are still watching me unsubscribed. I appreciate the views, but join the family. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you know the next time I drop another video. So, quick story time. I'm pretty sure if you watched my last solo date vlog, you will know that someone actually tried to sabotage my solo date. Somebody, I still don't know who, and at this point, it does not matter. Someone pretended to be me, reached out to the manager of the establishment and canceled on my behalf and said that I would not be at the event. I had taken time to get beautiful. I can drop a full body picture over here, but I had taken time to get gorgeous. I was in my vampiress era, and to arrive and be told, we don't have space for you. You messaged me and said you were canceling. Old me would have been upset, and I would have just, basically like stormed out, whatever, been fussing, mad. However, the restaurant was able to accommodate me, and I was able to sit at the table with the owners and enjoy a great night of a 5-course meal. Yeah, it was a 5-course meal, and it was great. The food, every single course was excellent. Only thing I was missing was a name placard, but it didn't change my night for the worse or the better. I was still able to show up for myself despite of a minor inconvenience. Sometimes it's not about fixing the plan, it's about honoring the effort. So show up for you regardless and don't let any inconvenience take that away from you. So I'm just going to reinforce a few things that I have been practicing, and hopefully you can take it with you as well into your life. So when things don't go as planned, I try to pause before I spiral because I know I can. If I'm not grounded in my body, I will spiral, right? But we need to be aware that no matter what the situation or circumstances is, we are not required to react right away. I would rather respond than to react. And so I have to pull myself out of my emotions, check what's going on, and respond accordingly as best as I can. We're not going to get it right every single time, but as long as you make the effort and you continue doing this, it will become the new habit that will override your natural reaction. Also, when things tend to not go as planned, I usually try to ask myself, okay, what is still in my control? What can I do to make this better? And this actually brings me to a point. I'm actually going to tag her channel below, but I stumbled across this girl's channel. Her name is Darling Desi. Her style is definitely not my style. Her aesthetic is definitely not my aesthetic, but I love watching her because some of our topics are very similar. And one of the things that she talked about was romanticizing your life. And how can we do that, especially on days where life is not going the way that we want it to go? Either we're not feeling that great or our plans are falling through. And so she said one thing that she likes to do is she likes to treat herself as if she is the main character of the movie. And she realizes that she controls the soundtrack. Like, she does not control what happens to her in the movie, but she controls the soundtrack to the movie. And I thought about it because I'm like, when you watch a movie, you can watch the same scene with different music and you will feel, it will evoke a different feeling. So, for instance, a woman walking down the hall slowly with eerie music in the background is going to make you feel scary. But a woman walking down the hall slowly with some circus clown music in the background makes that same scene feel silly. And so I took that and I was like, that is a great way to look at it. Like, that is a great perspective. And so now when things happen to me, I'm like, okay, what is the soundtrack? Because I have influence over what the soundtrack is going to be. And I really love it. I love how it makes me feel. So, I'll play music whenever I'm doing things. Like, I'll play music when I'm working. And now I kind of like walk through my life as if I'm the main character of a movie, right? And so her channel, like her cinematography and all of that is mwah, it's chef's kiss. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. The third thing that I do is that I remind myself that this is just a scene. It's not the whole movie. It is not the whole story. And give or take a couple of days, a couple of hours, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, it's not even going to matter anymore. So that can also help to pull you out of those emotions. Also, disclaimer, I am not a professional. I'm just sharing with you guys things that I have learned on this journey of making my life better. I don't want a life that only feels good when it's perfect. I want a life that feels good no matter what, especially if it feels peaceful in the middle of the messy. I need you guys to know that peace is not fragile. Peace is flexible. So, friends, if your week, your life, or event did not go the way you planned, show up anyway. Continue to show up each and every day for you. And if you want a little midweek pick me up to help you keep that same energy, you know you can subscribe to Love Notes from Life with Toya. You know what I'm saying? Love Notes from Toya will help you to reach that goal. This week's note is all about being calm and the pivot. And if you're interested in knowing what this week's gentle reminder, journal prompt, and soft invitation is, be sure to subscribe. I'm pretty sure it will help you to put peace into practice. All right, friends, remember that the plans can change and you will still be okay. If you have made it this far in this video, I would like to thank you so much. I appreciate all of your views, and I would greatly appreciate you dropping a candle in the comments so I know that you have made it this far. I am grateful for this community who are learning to pivot with peace, and I would love to chat with you guys about it in the comments section below. And until next time, enjoy life with Toya.